When you take a look at Alaska as a whole, it's over 2/3 the size of the lower 48. And the Yukon Delta National Wildlife Refuge, it's the largest in the country. 20 million acres. There are no roads to Bethel, Alaska. The only way that you can get to Bethel, Alaska is either by plane or by boat.
The cost of living out here is so high that a lot of people depend on the fish and wildlife that are here during a particular season. Yeah, this is the shortcut to Bethel, so that's why there's so many people.
Especially in rural Alaska, it's a huge effort to get children access to the STEM classes that are necessary for them to be academically prepared when they arrive at the university.
ANSEP, as it's commonly called, is a STEM program. What this has to do in conservation, it takes those kids who have an interest in science and introduces them into the science of conservation. And so it's important for us to introduce those students to professionals at the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service or other federal agencies that are so prevalent in Alaska to learn more about the resource, the management of the resource, and the conservation of the resource.
Each season revolves around a certain animal, and communities out here are dependent on a lot of these fish. And a lot of the people around here, they dry their fish for a few days and then they put it in the smoker, and the smoke preserves the fish and so that they could have some dry fish for the winter.
The fish camp here that we're participating in helps children, getting them inspired to not only become possibly a fisheries biologist in the future, but also at the same time not forgetting where they came from and their families that have gotten them to where they are today.
It's important to count the fish because we could see their ups and downs and the best nutrients for them and where they prefer to live. Like how what we do affects them and how they affect us.
We're measuring the fish, we're finding out their weights, finding patterns in how old they are. And we're trying to find out the story within the numbers of the fish.
And we're just one generation away from losing that connection to nature and losing that connection to understanding what our elders and what our forefathers had when they grew up. If we lose that, that's going to be a tremendous loss, not only for our kids, but our society.